All right, family. Black Power. Black Power is the true power with General Sarasun Seti. Kick back, get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. I'm excited and delighted to be accepting members to not only the Sarasun Seti YouTube page, but the General Seti YouTube page, two dynamic powerhouse institutions on YouTube, giving you nothing but Black Power, Black Divinity. I want you to subscribe immediately. I want you to become a member. The link for the membership is right down in the video description. It's in the chat. All you have to do is just click it. You get a video introduction, rundown on the membership, what they entail. You see one you like, you should most definitely join. Even if you don't, I appreciate your presence here at the Sarasun Seti General Seti YouTube page. Continue to engage, continue to advance. That's right, family. The General got a new website up on Teachable, uploading a lot of dynamic curriculum, powerhouse programs, certificate courses. First one up, 25 Steps to the Redemption of Definitive Black Manhood, designed by the General strictly for the brothers. It's an amazing, amazing course. You can get a preview by clicking that link in the chat. Also included the Brotherhood of Heru Roundtable live stream where the brothers meet once a week discussing very valuable, vital, important information pertinent to our growth and development. Get on over there, check it out, get that preview, become a brother, become a member today. Everybody know ring the alarm, kingseti.com online marketplace, official General Sarasun Seti, DVD lectures, t-shirts, tank top, hoodie, African and Kemetic jewelry, holistic tonics and remedies, home decor, accessory for every room in the house. I got something for your family. I know you're going to like and love. I want you to get over there, check out that catalog, get a discount, shop and save and shop. Everybody know the General got the pop in his page on Patreon. By far, I know I've been holding it back because if I don't drop, if I drop it, it's classic. If I know I got to get all the information I need. We rolling today. No holds barred. Netters of chaos. Wayret and so back, gods and goddesses of chaos. You do not want to miss it. I got all the video. I got all the supplemental information lined up. It's going to be all powerful. Don't you dare miss it. Also, we got the electric melanin and the explosive black mind. We got all the supplemental master teachers. I got all the work lined up. It's in the queue. It's ready to go. Don't you dare miss it. I got the Ishmael, Enigma. Got all the supplemental videos, master teachers lined up, ready to roll. Don't you dare miss it. We going right after a couple of videos on YouTube. So be in the house. To all the family out there, donate to the General. Thank you. Those would like to donate. Link is in the chat. Appreciate you much. Make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channels, King Seti, General Seti, Sarasun Seti. Rock that notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up, like it because you love it. Share it with your family and friends. And comment, comment, comment. Just don't say nothing stupid because I will ban your ass. You be done for. Here we go. Some weird ass shit going on out here today. We got goddamn rabbits out here with tentacles on their face and body. They don't know what the hell going on. Some people think ETs they done brought some extraterrestrial rabbits and shit down down the planet Earth and shit. Something that's here ain't got no business being here and it's popping out, goddamn it. And if you don't watch out, goddamn it, you might have tentacles popping out your goddamn head next. That's right. That's what they saying. Yeah, they got so. Yeah, this is wild, and it's. I think it's in Colorado, family. If I'm not mistaken, it's in Colorado, and whoa, hold on. It's in Colorado, and I don't know if it's outside of Colorado, but I tell you what, you understand what I'm saying? They better put some containment on this shit immediately. I got the video right here. Let's get it rolling.
So sad. Hundreds of bunnies are popping up in Fort Collins, Colorado with black tentacles or black horns coming out of their heads. And it's all because of a virus. It's known as the cottontail papillomavirus, also known as the shop papillomavirus, and it causes tumors to develop near or on the rabbits' heads. Officials in Colorado are warning residents not to touch these infected rabbits, but they do say that it is not contagious to humans, pets, or other wildlife species. The CPRV is a virus transmitted primarily by biting insect, in other words, mosquitoes and ticks, rather than direct animal contact. According to experts, this virus is not new and it was first discovered in the 1930s, but what's different this time around is the dramatic visual presentation and the frequency of sightings. As always, I want to hear what you think about all of this down below.
Damn. I didn't even realize I didn't have my thing on. Hold on, fam. I didn't realize I didn't have my mic on. Hold on, fam. All right, here we go. Yeah, I didn't realize I didn't have my mic on. I had to turn my mic on. How did that sound to y'all? Did it come through like it was supposed to? Make sure, because I didn't have my mic on. Yeah. Yeah, they tripping, man. They got goddamn, and so it's a lot of weird shit going on at this time. Yeah, that shit remind me of some shit I seen on a goddamn movie. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I know y'all. Here I go. Yeah, that sounds just like some shit I seen on a goddamn movie. You see what I'm saying? Motherfucking goddamn got tentacles and shit hanging out. You goddamn dogs and shit. They men in black out in this motherfucker. You see what I'm saying? Motherfucking dog get to speaking and shit and all kind of shit. When you see your little chihuahua, that motherfucker get to rapping and shit, get to talking, you know it's time to break up out of there. You see what I'm saying? This ain't it's some weird shit going on. At a time when they talking about some motherfuckers headed up to Earth. You understand what I'm saying? And shit, they say some niggas on the way to Earth. Yeah. That don't mean they cool with us. Shit, we can't even get you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker act like they gotta be cool with us. We can't even get along with the motherfuckers in the Caribbean and shit. So just because of oh man, these are niggas and they coming. Well, goddamn, that don't mean a goddamn thing. Shit, you know what I'm saying? We can't even get along with niggas from the continent right now. Motherfuckers is tripping and shit, talking crazy, and shit. And so, we got to be on the lookout for some of this shit, But that's really weird, man. I'm gonna play it back for the family, maybe just coming in where they say, tentacles and shit, and that's weird than a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? That's weird than a mother. That's just some shit that, man, if you literally seen some shit jump out the bush looking like that, man, you probably been and ran through the side of the goddamn garage and shit trying to get up in that motherfucker. Like, a little bunny rabbit. You see the little bunny rabbits out there. But I tell you, if you see one looking like that right there, now that's a whole different another conversation. You see, that's a whole nother different conversation, but it letting you know that it's an element. Where the fuck is this shit coming from? That's just what it boiled down to. Where is this shit coming from? Where is these viruses, that's popping up all of a sudden coming from? They fucking with the planet as always, and you got to be very concerned about what the hell is going on out here. They fucking with the life on this motherfucker. Ain't no telling what they trying to do. Out there fucking with the wildlife, putting all type of trying to see, if they could sustain some of these damn and be literally be a carrier of this shit. You know what I'm saying? They put the shit in the grass and eat and shit like that. That's what they do, man. That's what they use. Mosquitoes, they use certain animals and shit to be, facilitators of a lot of this shit out here. So you have to be careful of what these mad scientists is doing out here. But when I seen this shit, I say, man, I'm thinking to myself, I say, these niggas always coming up. They say rabbits with tentacles. So I'm thinking, it's about to be a motherfucker, playing with some shit, put some little tentacles on the rabbit. Then I seen this goddamn like, whoa, man, they got to do something about that, man. All motherfucking jokes aside, they need to be coming up with some type of some vaccine for the little rabbits and shit, man, so that they, because you can't allow the damn population to get infected like that. So they need to be trying to do something, you know what I'm saying? Put something out there for the rabbits so they can, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so that they could get better. You feel what I'm saying? That's ridiculous. Out there in Colorado, I believe it was Colorado, and there's a lot of weird shit be going on out there too. They saying that's a lot of people say that's a hub for the Illuminati and shit. Out there, that airport, they saying that motherfucker might got something up under there. I wouldn't put it past them. I wouldn't put it past them, especially with that crazy ass fucking horse they got out there. You know what I'm saying? Out there at the airport, old demon looking ass, but I ain't, that's all right. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say demon because it's the radical, chaotic, energy is necessary at certain times and things of that nature. But a lot of people say what's on the inside, a lot of the murals and shit, that they be doing a lot of experimentation out there in Colorado, especially in Denver. You see? Yeah, they say it's been out there. Yeah, you would think they would have some type of a vaccine. You say you from Denver? Yeah, you already know then there's some crazy shit going out there at the airport. You know what I'm saying? I used to be walking around that motherfucker looking. I'm trying to see what, it wasn't nothing that just blew my mind and shit, because I done seen a lot of crazy ass shit. But I used to be out there. I say, well, what the fuck is they talking about? And I'm looking and shit. And yeah, they do got some murals and shit that on some look more communist and shit. More. And I did see a few Freemason symbols. Yeah. It's always the end of days. You see what I'm saying? It's always the end of days. Don't get it twisted. And as it is the end of days, it's always the beginning of a new age. Always, you know what I'm saying? If one man leave, it's a baby being born. One woman leave, another baby being born. So the process is, so it's always the end of time. Black Power, family. Black Power. Yeah, it's always the end of time, but in end of times could be the particular era in which you live. We in a different era, and this one gonna end, and every one of them don't last the same length. Cause this shit right here we in right now, it ain't gonna last long. Cause it's a destructive era. It's gonna consume itself. It can't last for long. You know what I'm saying? It's going to happen. And it might be more explosive in this little small time in which we live in than the last period, which probably was longer, but maybe not as necessarily destructive or brutal in a sense. Some time periods are smaller and they so destructive that they burn and they burn much quicker, but every era is, there's always a beginning and an end. It's always the end time, but this planet ain't going nowhere, and I don't know of no time when we wasn't on the planet. Motherfuckers out here say they, when we was here and they don't have no goddamn idea when we don't have no birth record. You see, we don't have no birth record. All that is just theory, and you can't take none from the last man to appear on the planet. I just know that for a fact. I'm not stupid. You see what I'm saying? You don't have no primary presence in the ancient world. You don't have no primary presence in the ancient world, so you can't goddamn be taking nothing from no Neanderthal. I don't give a fuck what they say. You know, they make people feel, you know, that the science and the rules of science and all that is concrete, and I can show you that science have been even as big a liar about the facts than even goddamn religion. You know what I'm saying? And motherfuckers got to get out of that bullshit. You see, you got to get out of that. The science has been even a bigger liar than goddamn religion. You know, because the science is always trying to prove spirituality and divinity, trying to prove it, false. That's the reality of it. You know, they believe that they could do anything, that they could prove that literally you God, you can achieve God-like status where you can go back into time and fucking do what cannot be done. You see, you have to give every period, like today. You see, we are the primary recorders of history. And so, nobody better than us in our own era to relay what is fact, what is, how we feel about reality today. You cannot go outside of us to be the primary, speakers of truth today for today. You can't come 1,000 years after I'm gone and think you know more about me than me, goddamn it. That's just the facts. You don't know more than me about me. You seeing what's going on right now in 2025. So that's why you have to leave it up to each period, the people to relay what it is that they feel about reality. And so when you look at science is really trying to go back in a time machine, and say, oh, this is the date, and that ain't got nothing to do with shit. Because if you ain't got primary verification, then, and I always tell y'all about that. Primary verification meaning you are, someone from that time period verifies what you speaking is the truth. And so since like people speak about ancient Egypt as if every fucking thing, okay, motherfucker, they say the Medu has been deciphered. And I just tell them, motherfucker, well, goddamn, how do you know if you don't get primary verification from an ancient Egyptian? How in the fuck you gonna check your own paper and give yourself an A? You understand what I'm saying? How do I know you speak? You motherfucker say, man, the Medu has been deciphered. I say, oh, really? Well, goddamn, who told you that? The Imhotep or motherfucking King Khufu? You understand what I'm saying? Nefertari or somebody gave you check your paper, or did you check your own paper? You see? So you have to put people in their place. You got as much ability to interpret the past as any motherfucking. I don't give a goddamn whether you got a PhD, a master, or whatever fucking degree. That don't mean shit. You living in this time period with me, and you can have a PhD, a BBB, and a DDD, and all the other kind of degree. It don't mean a goddamn thing. You live in this time period just like everybody else. You see, and they gather what they think is facts, and they say, okay, this is what we believe. It's a belief, no different than any religion. Science, in many instances, is a religion. They believe a lot of shit that cannot be verified. You see, that you have to believe in, just like they say, evolution. That motherfuckers came, and they don't, a lot of people don't extend the evolution theory back to the very beginning, because they not only do they say motherfuckers come from monkeys, they say you got to keep going. You motherfuckers came from a platypus, and
and a motherfucking, snot. Motherfucker was an amoeba. And I'm thinking to myself, well, how the fuck do you know all of this? You understand what I'm saying? Like I say, half motherfuckers can't remember what they had for lunch just 5 days back. What you have Thursday? Oh, I don't really know. I know you don't know, motherfucker. But you can go back, you understand, 100 million years and fucking, 10,000 years. And you relay this information and shit and you know, as if you the master of all time and all things. And so once we get that in our head, that we as and more powerful, because the history is in our DNA, and we got the most ancient DNA on this planet. So a lot of what we do is saturated down in our DNA, and we pass that down to our children. You see what I'm saying? So it's in our DNA. So that's why they stay in our blood. You see what I'm saying? That's why they stay in our blood, trying to get down in there, because that's where the history is at. And they believe they can, they say they done mapped out the DNA code and, and all of this and shit. Yet and still, he's still dying on the planet. That's just like motherfuckers say they decipher, and I keep going there. They didn't damn near decipher every ancient language. You understand? That's what they say. They didn't decipher the Egyptian hieroglyph. Then you ask them, how was the pyramid built? I don't know. Well, motherfucker, how the fuck you didn't fucking decipher the Egyptian Medunetta? Because if you had truly deciphered it, you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know, goddammit. And so that right there speaks for itself. So, there's always end times. There's always new beginnings. That's just a reality. It's the balance of the universe. But I tell you what about these goddamn rabbits, it's some more shit out here that they spreading out here on this planet, and causing these abnormalities on the animals, on people. You see, it's weird shit. Weird shit. Yeah, the history, yeah. I ain't gonna even say the Mystery Channel. You know what I'm saying? Because in the mystery is the truth too. But yeah, the History Channel ain't gonna tell no history about the truth. Shit, you know what I'm saying? They there to continue to fuck people's minds up. But anyway, family, all I can tell you is if you're out there in Colorado, you better most definitely keep your animals close to you till they find out what the fuck it is, because you don't want to wake up tomorrow, you, the dog, the fish, and everybody else in that motherfucker got tentacles and shit. Man, boy, don't get no tentacles out there, family. Make sure you stay safe out there. Wash your hands. I know you niggas. Wash your hands. Get you some Lysol and shit. Make sure you spray shit down out there. Because I don't want to, if you goddamn it, motherfucker get tentacles. Motherfucker, don't come knock on the door. Don't come knock on no doors, motherfucker. Stay your ass at home. Because we ain't opening up the doors for no nigga that got tentacles. I can tell you that. You got tentacles, stay your ass at home. I'll be right, Black family. We got some fire for the day. You already know we do. Don't you go nowhere. We're going to have a hell of a lineup. We rocking out because I've been off for a couple of days. So that means we rocking out on this motherfucker tonight. We got 555. Don't you go nowhere. This is General Cyrus Sunseti. Hey, we getting down on Patreon tonight. No holds barred. I'm telling you what I know. So you better be over there, family. Arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily. Liberation through African education and confrontation. Black power.